What's up, everybody?
It's Fun Friday.
Fun Friday.
We finally made it here.
I got it back again. How's this week been? Super hot?
It's been super hot, but I'm back to being slow.
You're back to being what?
I'm slow, man. I'm not busy. We need more business, man. Get to selling. What's going on?
Man, you guys need to make sure you spread the word out.
Hey, how about help us out? Give us a call.
Help
your house.
Help the little Cubanito out. The little Cuban refugee.
I just have a lot of pending deals. A lot of windows coming in. Probably like next week I'll be busy again. But it's it's the end of the month. We got Memorial Day coming up.
Oh,
so usually this is the time of year that I have a spot of freedom. This is when it gets slow.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah, it's for a little bit, and then June comes on, and it's the season.
Yeah.
June through September, I'll be slammed.
It's kind of weird though. We usually do June through December. It's been weird. I think it's because the heat stays a little bit longer nowadays. But
yeah, June to December. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah, we hopefully we can get some business coming in pretty soon here. Angel, get out there knocking.
Yeah, Angel, get to work.
Yeah, brother.
Come on.
All right, we got some questions.
Yeah, we got some questions this week.
We got some questions.
You ready?
We got some questions.
Is interior painting more difficult than exterior painting? In your opinion, what do you think?
In my opinion, I would say exterior painting is more difficult physically. You're typically, you're going to be walking up on ladders. You have big machinery. You got spray guns. You got hopper guns.
Right.
You're refloating stucco. Floating stucker.
Estuco.
Estuco. So we're floating that out. Big prime coats. Usually, you got a bigger truck. Sometimes you're even pulling a compressor.
Yeah.
So there's, it's a little bit bigger. Interior, literally, you can go buy a brush, a roller, and you're ready to go. But there's so much detail.
Yeah, interior sucks. You have to cover the floor, a lot of masking.
Customers tend to get a little more...
You don't want to spill paint.
Yeah, and they tend to be a little more agitated when it's interior.
You got furniture, you're disrupting people's living spaces.
That's mostly the disruption of their living spaces.
Yeah.
So I would say that...
I don't like that.
No, physically, outside... It is harder, but customer service and detail-wise and being careful is on the inside.
Yeah. Jose Luis doesn't like the inside. He doesn't know what to do. He prefers the outside.
Well, we have I've only got one crew that I trust to do outside and inside.
Yeah,
Mario and Gonzalez crew. The other guys, they're all either just exterior guys.
Just Mario.
The other guys are
picks
just
up supplies.
Exterior. And then we have our interior guys that would just do that. It's a different breed.
Yeah, it is. Hey, aside from painting and installation, what other projects can I hire a contract for?
Well, it
depends. If they're like a general contractor, you could do anything, right?
Right. So there are specific licenses that you'd have.
Like an electrician can't paint a house.
No. But for instance, if you're doing, let's say, big commercial jobs or government jobs, even though you're a general contractor and let's say it's for painting, they won't allow you to do it because you have to have a specific. And by law,
we have a C-17. Yeah. We got no windows. We're glazers.
Yeah. So by law.
Yeah, by law, you have to have the subs.
Yeah, you have to have the exact, either painting. So I think there's 36 to 38 different classifications.
That's a lot. Can you name them off the top of your head?
I probably could because
we don't have enough time.
we don't have enough time. But I would just think, all right, what would we start with? We'd go concrete, framing, electrical, insulation, drywall. And each one of those has its own particular license.
Yeah, there's a union for all of them.
Oh, we have unions?
You have to deal with the unions.
Yeah.
The commercial jobs? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So one time...
Prevailing wages,
One time I had a customer, do you have union guys? No problem. I'm just going to have to add another 40%. She's like, the union guys are... we don't need those.
We don't need a journeyman here.
Yeah, we're okay. You got your guys that you say they do a good job. I'm like, yeah.
How does someone become a contractor? Is there a school for it?
Well, there is schooling for contracting, and there's a few different ways. There's you could get somebody to be what's called an RMO.
Okay.
And then you could also you need some experience. Yeah. So if you have,
what is it, 7 years?
It's I think 5 to 7.
I qualify now.
Yeah. And then you have to show proof.
Yeah,
that
you
you have contracts, or you
yeah.
either worked with some clients, and then you
I have
to have a contractor that signs off for you.
Yeah.
My old partner Hector, I signed off. My old company Mac Pro, Dave, D-Mac, what they call me, was Mac Pro.
You also go to college. Long Beach City College has contracting classes to be a
really?
contractor. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's like a 1 year program or 2 year program, managing your time. But they have all the basics from framing, all of it.
Yeah.
One of my friends is going through it. That's the only reason I
And
know.
you can go to a private school.
Yeah,
There's one
contracting
right
school.
off of Norwalk.
1-800 contractor.
Is that the one off of Norwalk?
there's a
off
bunch out
of
there.
Bellflower and the 91
I
freeway.
heard all they do is give you a couple books, memorize this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
But
that's
you still need
basically-
someone to sign for you.
Yeah, you do. You do need a contractor. Going back to the story with
The
Mac Pro,
experience, yeah.
I had that. I signed off for Hector,
Okay.
and then that's where I went into doing my family home improvements. Hector already lost the license, but
Good job.
yeah, good job, bro.
Good job, bud. Hey, why can't I just hire a friend or family member as a contractor?
I mean, you can.
If they're a contractor, why not?
I mean, even then, even if you want to do what's called owner builder.
Yeah, don't do that.
So what I've heard from clients is, dealing with a friend, oh, they hooked you up and then something goes wrong and then they start telling you, well, I gave you a good price. They don't show up. If something goes
See
wrong,
you at
can't.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. If something goes wrong, you can't really face them or really want to sue them. I recommend not doing business with them, even myself. If I have a friend of mine, I just refer hey,
Someone else.
Mario. Yeah.
Here's Alex Patron.
Yeah, Alex.
Don't
Mario.
complain to me. Just here's a phone number.
Yeah, we had one of those type of people.
I just give them
where I
the
would
phone
do
number.
that.
Here's your phone. Here's a
Yeah.
phone. Unless they ask me for something specific that no one else could do.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, you need me.
Yeah, I would say
Like if
it's
they need,
probably a 50-50.
Like building
chance.
a room addition. Yeah, I gotta help a family member out on
Right.
something like that.
Yeah, but
But
you're
as
talking
far
about
as
big
windows
money.
and stuff, I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
I'll help them out and give them advice, but I'm not signing that contract.
Yeah, and you're dealing with money.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, I gave you this amount of money.
Yeah, that's.
And I went to materials.
It doesn't work out well most of the time. I would say, I would not recommend hiring a friend or a family member.
Yeah. Can I pay a contractor in installments?
If the contractor accepts it, yeah. I mean, usually
Accepts
contractor will
anything.
get $100 or $1,000 down, and then we do let's say if it's cash or a credit card, most of the time we'll do a 1/3 within a day or two of starting. Then we'll hold a 2/3 to the end of the job.
Yeah, I personally in this business, I don't do installments. I don't care how much they beg me.
Yeah.
I just seen it in the past from experience. People they don't pay once they got the goods.
Yeah.
And you go, hey, next month, hey, can you pay me? They're like, oh, I'm busy.
Yeah.
COVID-19.
I've had probably in 28 years I've been doing this. Probably had maybe 2 customers. One just couldn't pay me. Thought they were gonna get a loan and they couldn't. And so I was like, what are we gonna do now? And she's like, can I give you $1,500 a month for the next 4 months or something like that? And I was like, oh, what are you gonna do at that point?
You have no choice.
Yeah, it's like when you call the IRS and you're like, hey, can we make payments? What are they gonna tell you?
Yeah, sure.
They're gonna be like, oh,
We're gonna put you in jail,
Yeah.
not get your money.
Yeah, you're just
Still need to work.
Yeah, you might as well get some of it. And then there's also financing. So there's some unsecured financing.
Hey, that was the next question.
Oh, my bad.
How does contractors finance work? Is it like a credit card?
Well, you can use a credit card, but financing.
It's better than a credit card sometimes.
Yes.
Because you could get like a 2-year no interest.
Right.
You got the Reels program with its low
Reels,
APR.
Go Green.
Go Green funding. The APR is as low as 2.99. I've seen.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Service Financial.
Service Financial has a 2-year. They have the 9.9s. They have different programs in there.
Yes, and then there's the PACE.
PACE program. Yeah, that's a no payment for 14 months.
Right.
14 months. I had a guy, I ran into the bank the other day, and he comes up to me, he's like, hey, are you still in Washington? I'm like, I live in Long Beach. And it turned out he bought windows from us and through the PACE program. And I was like, when he mentioned Hero, I was like cringing. I'm like, oh,
Hero
no.
has a bad name.
Oh, I thought I was going to get a mouthful or something. He goes, no, dude, it was awesome. I liked it because I didn't have to pay for 14 months. I know how to manage my money. And I saved the money. And then that 14 month, I paid the whole loan out. And it didn't cost me a cent. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Success story.
I like PACE program when it's if you have like high tax, because it comes on your and it comes with your taxes of your home. So you'd have to speak to your accountant.
Yeah,
my
depends how much
understanding
money
is
you make it.
Yeah, you get. My understanding is you could write off at least the interest on that.
Yeah, you know, if you're in the lower bracket of the money, man.
Yeah.
If you're in the high bracket, yeah, you're not gonna get no discount. Remember we had those people that retired and the guy got $100,000 in retirement? He's like, I can't use this.
Yeah.
He had no write-offs.
Yeah. So for retired folks, it doesn't work that well.
Yeah, no.
Let's
see.
Well, I'm going to get you some questions over
All
here.
right,
No
let's
problem.
See.
Let's see what's
Let's
up.
see if I can answer some of these.
What is a closing cost, and how does that affect my home improvement project?
We don't have closing costs.
Right.
I mean, isn't that mostly like real estate type of thing?
Real estate. Sometimes if you're doing
Cars,
a refinance, especially if you're doing a big project, probably like a addition, something over $100,000. A lot of people get refinances for that, so you would have some closing costs for that. But that's totally separate. For us, we do the deal. There's no cost, no additional, no taxes. It should be what's written is what we do.
Okay.
For something there.
Let's go.
What is hidden fees?
Oh, hidden fees. So hidden fees that come at the end, like suddenly, like they go, like hey, you got to pay the tax on you got to pay for the dump. I removed all your windows. Wasn't included in the contract. You have to pay for that dump. Oh, you don't want to pay for it? Well, just leave it there.
Yeah.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, where they take out windows and they just leave them there, and you're like, hey, what are you going to do with the windows? Or electricians, doing their work, then they cut holes in your wall.
And they leave the holes open.
And you're like, well, who's going to do? Oh, well, if you want me to do that, that's extra work.
Yeah, that's a hidden fee.
The biggest notorious one are roofing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No problem. We have roofing. This and then wood replacement comes in, and then they just once your roof is torn off, they're like, oh, I got to replace this. That wasn't included. No.
That's an extra $15,000 in wood replacement. Wood's really expensive.
Yeah. Right now. It could be literally an extra at least $5,000 nowadays.
At least $5,000 to $6,000 right now. Resheeting a whole roof.
Yes.
5 to 6 G's, man.
So hidden charges. A lot of contractors. Just be careful with that.
Do we have any hidden charges?
Everything's a closed contract with us. Yeah.
Unless it's like room addition, sometimes we run into a pipe, but that's not on us. I don't have X-ray vision.
I would say that it's probably a 5% that we would do any type of a upcharge. That's something you sit down.
And window installation we don't, and roofing we don't. I never upcharge. There's never, and even painting the house, coating the house, never.
If it's a change order, yes, but
because they want something different.
Yeah,
they want an extra door. They decided to do a front door. Yeah. That's about it.
That's in fact one of the biggest fears for customers when I go see them. I'll ask them, hey, what's your biggest fear? And they're like, oh, that's going to be one of your biggest fears. Is like, I've heard that. They charge you one thing, and then after they come back and they tell you, oh, well, we didn't charge enough. So make sure that when you're ever doing a contract, it's just a closed contract.
Yeah.
Don't leave it open-ended.
The contractor should know how much the material and the labor is going to cost. And if he doesn't,
and sometimes we'll have, let's say, wood replacement. You can't see every single thing just as you're looking.
Yeah, wood replacement's crazy. Remember what was it? Where were we in Granada Hills?
Yes.
Yeah, we opened the wall and the wall was destroyed with termites.
Yes.
That's something we couldn't see.
Yes, that's right.
So, and the homeowner didn't know that. It's like your wall's about to collapse.
Right.
So you didn't want to pay.
Right.
Well, you don't pay, we'll just leave it like that. We had no choice.
Yeah.
The material was like $2,500. We're just labor material $2,500. We're not even making the money on it, not even $1.
Yes. And then it's something that should be done. So those are the type of things that might come up, but you should have closed contracts. If you have something like, let's say, wood replacement, you should have a certain amount saying, hey, we're replacing up to 100 linear feet of this wood. Anything additional to that, so everybody's on the same page. Hidden charges is kind of like that, where from the very beginning you want to know, hey, if there are going to be any extras, what would that cost be?
Yeah. That's something you should ask your contractor when you're dealing with them in negotiations.
Yeah. So if it goes bad, what can happen there? Now us.
I think that's the next question.
What's that?
If there's a hidden fee.
If there's a hidden fee in the contract, what should I do?
You should fight it. If it's in the contract or if the contractor, you should question that right away.
Yes.
Fight it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a contract should have what is included and what's not included.
Yeah.
In fact, what's not included is sometimes more important than what's included.
You're telling me?
Yeah, because you get.
You didn't put enough in the contract.
I try to remember.
Hey, this lady wants a new dishwasher. She said you were gonna promise her a dishwasher.
Yeah, I'm like, no. And so what I would typically do, we talk to clients about a lot of things when we get there.
Yeah.
And they forget at the end. I'm writing, and they're like, "Oh, that didn't include the."
We talked about that,
but
we
that's
didn't
not
agree
something.
to it.
And then I'm like, look, I wrote it right here. So over the course of the years, I've gotten better at writing what's not included in the contract. If you do go and you feel like you feel like you shouldn't have to pay that, I would sit with the contractor and figure it out. If after that nothing happens, and you have contractors board.
Yeah, if it's like $3,000 to $5,000 plus, fight it with the contracting board. 3 and under, you should be able to take care of that with your contractor.
Yeah,
you should be able to meet in the middle, kind of figure it out.
Something can give with that.
Yeah, after $3,000, $5,000, you better question that.
Yeah, and then in the state of California, they have arbitration.
Yeah.
So instead of going to court, what they'll do is they'll come together. We'll go over. For us, it's in Covina, and then there's a judge there, and he hears both sides, and then 2 weeks later he tells you whether you owe her the money back or they got to pay you the rest of the money.
Yeah.
So you can resolve all that stuff. Try to do it without
lawsuits and mudslinging.
Yeah. But in the worst case scenario, there's arbitration too. So that's not even taken into court. It doesn't cost anybody anything.
No.
The contractor so in the 28 years I've been to arbitration. One time it wasn't even on me. It was old partner Hector didn't want to go do a fascia board.
Hector's popular in the show today.
He didn't want to go do some fascia boards, $1,500 worth, and then we ended up going to court and losing like $4,000. So it made no sense. How can I compare contractors and how do I know who's the best?
I personally would look them up online and then ask them for referrals and then examples of the work that they go and visit. Like not a referral just a call, but actually visit their job sites. Go see the example of the work.
Yeah, go look at the
work.
And
they tell you I can't because you can't do a drive-by on an exterior job or look at a roof, there's something wrong.
Yes.
You should always be able to drive by any of them.
I mean,
but as far as going in someone's house and looking at the kitchen, I don't think that's going to happen. But there's always pictures of that and testimonials to go with it. That's what we have. We have testimonials. You can see the inside and outside of the house. So
you want to check the contractor board?
Absolutely.
You want to check?
Make sure they don't have any violations.
Just Google.
If they have more than one violation, do not use them. We have 0.
Yeah, it's like
Green Living. Check them out. They have 15.
Yeah, I mean, you can go online and you go through it, and one of them was Green Living. I was like, wow, it's one of our competitors, so we were just kind of looking them up. And
just randomly.
Yeah, we noticed that they had like 15 violations, and it's pretty difficult to get actually a violation. They give you the opportunity to sit with the client. They give you the opportunity, but most of the time you get these guys that are fly by night, or all they care about is putting money in their pocket. They don't care much about. They switch their company names. They burn clients.
Hey, I've heard of some crazy stuff, like someone taking 25 G's from an old lady for a room addition.
Yeah.
And just disappearing.
Yeah, Hector
again.
Man, you're popular today, my friend.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, should I get a lawyer to review my home improvement contract?
I don't think you need a lawyer. Most home improvement contracts are really basic. Everything's printed. It should be printed out, and it shouldn't be handwritten. It should be printed out. Something like our contracts are really, printed out and what's good, what's not. I would suggest asking a family friend if you don't understand it. Your son, your husband, your wife, somebody to help you get a second eyes and make sure you're doing it right.
So I did have an attorney when we first did our contracts. So I did have them look it over, but it changes so often. So that one I did was probably 15 years ago. But if you go onto the contractor's license board, it actually give you an example of what you need to have on all. The one that they have on the contractor's license board is like seven. Is like seven
Brandon,
or eight.
hand me a contract. It's right there. Let's check it out.
The one.
No, you're grabbing any of them right up there.
Just
grab right there. Just grab one. That doesn't matter.
Awesome.
So, this is a general one.
There's a general contract, right? Contract should have the contractor's name,
Right there.
contractor's license.
Yeah.
It should have the address on here, all the names, cities, all the information, the work to be done, any special instructions, work not to be done, any type of exclusions or inclusions. It should have a right to rescind, meaning you're able to cancel a contract within 3 days for the state of California. And I'm thinking if you're over 65,
Yeah,
or is it 75? Oh, just for PACE, it's
5 days now.
5 days.
Yeah.
Job amount, progress payments, final payments, if it's going credit card financing, all the signatures, and then
If whoever gives you the estimate can't sign the contract in-house, question that.
yes,
Because
and I'll tell you why right now.
They're not approved.
And then the terms that we have in the back, basically, it'll tell you right here. If there's any disputes, we'll go to arbitration.
There it is.
Which is just the easy way if there's a problem.
Our contract. So when you sign a contract, it should kind of look like this.
Yes,
and it should carbon copy 2 things. Not a sheet of paper that some guy spilled coffee on the road. And
Yes.
do not do that.
So the more detail you have, the better it is for you. There's an area here where every salesman for a company should. I'm the owner. I don't have to have a registration, but they should have a registration number.
A his card.
Yes.
Because you know what that means? They got a background check. That's why it's important. If they don't have it, usually they're felons or something.
So something's going on there if they can't get it because they're very lenient. Allowing salespeople very lenient. So if they don't get it, it's something
serious.
Yeah, and most of the time it's like stuff like home invasions and stuff like
burglary.
Burglary, and so you don't want those type of guys in your house.
Yeah, they got sticky fingers.
If you go on the CSLB, they have to catch a fake contractor. They have stings every year, and they catch people with guns. They've got people with no licenses using their cousin's license, no workman's comp. I mean, you just go on the contractor state license board. They said that they do like 20 estimates.
Yeah.
And out of the 20, there was only like 5 guys who were legitimate.
Wow.
The rest of the guys were all just guys that were, either non-licensed or not doing the same classification. They came in as a handyman. Oh yeah, I could redo the house. I could paint it. Anything over $500, you have to have a contractor's license. That's labor and material.
Okay. If what was this next one? If a contractor abandons my project, what should I do?
Well, that one's
I've seen that happen.
Oh well, they do that all the time. Yeah, typically a lot of times they abandon it when you've given them the money.
Yeah, if you give them 75% or more of the money,
yeah,
bye-bye. They got a new truck.
Yeah,
and a new boat.
Yeah, but if they abandon you can call the contractor state license
right away. Go after the bond.
Yeah, go after the bond. That's one of the big no-nos at the contractor state license board is abandonment.
Yeah, they don't like that.
They don't take that. They don't take that one well. They know that there's going to be some arguing or some stuff that you're not, weren't sure about. But just abandoning a customer, they're not good with that. And especially like people abandon people in the middle of remodeling kitchens, remodeling. We have one back here in Norwalk that we went to, and it was just open and exposed with no flooring and just kind of framed up.
Yeah,
it was about 1.5 years, right?
Yeah, the guy just comes once a week.
Yeah,
and touches something and he's saying, I'm not abandoning it.
Yeah, he's not abandoning it.
Shows up once a week for an hour and does one thing and leaves.
Yeah, but I asked him, so why don't you just fire him? Oh, well, he has 80% of the has 80% of the money already. So yeah, CSLB will take care of that. Now, if he does abandon and you've got the money, now you kept the money to hire somebody else to finish your project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always leave it like that. People say, you abandoned it, but you haven't paid for that yet. We haven't even done that.
Yeah.
Example, Barbara Wolf.
So another thing I've noticed is a lot of guys undercharge.
Yeah, undercharge.
And so they get to a point where they're like, I'm not, I can't finish it. Yeah.
I'm making minimum wage.
Yeah, I can't finish this job, and that's when they hit them up for the extras or whatever, and they're like, no, I'm not going to do this extra amount of work out here. I mean, I'm not going to pay you an extra amount. This is what we agreed on. So they abandon it and then take off. And then what happens is, they call us, hey, can you finish our work? All right, we go out there and they're like, yeah, we owe the customer, or we owe this guy 20 grand. I'm like, you have like 70 grand worth of.
And it happened.
Yeah. They're like, how much? I'm like, yeah, you got like 3 times the amount what he owes you. Oh, well, you can't do it for that. And so sometimes I would say it's the customer's fault, just going for the cheap.
Yeah.
I would say almost half, if not more than customers, go with just the lowest price.
The lowest price, right to the rock bottom.
Yeah, and with contracting,
don't ever do that.
Services,
pick the person in the middle.
Well, I'm not saying pick the person in the middle. It could be.
Hey, if
middle.
you have high test, go for the high person.
No, high, middle. It could be the low guy. Just pick the right guy.
Pick the right guy.
Yes, pick the right guy. There's a triangle that's it goes from quality, price, and then timing. Those are like kind of the three options that you would have on there. So make sure you have quality number 1, and then pricing 2, and then probably timing should be 3. Most people do it opposite with cost, and then timing, and then quality towards the end. Just obviously because it's expensive to do this type of stuff. Nothing is $1,000. Everything is 5 and above.
Pretty much.
And now, for sure 5 and above. What is a lien? And what does it mean when a contractor puts a lien on a house?
Well, a lien, they put it on your house. That stops you from being able to refi your house. Stops you from being able to sell your house.
A property hold.
Yeah, property hold. It's if you own your property and you don't care, like some people don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care about liens or whatever. But if you're looking to refi your house because you need money, that lien's going to be there and it'll stop you.
Yeah, and so
it's not good.
In the state of California, there's the contractor can put a lien against your house if you don't pay him. Also, the supply house.
The supplies, and the labor.
Yeah, labor.
You can have 3 liens from different people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. And let's say you paid the contractor and he didn't pay his workmen, those workmen can come and lien your house that they worked at.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you get a lien release. It's unconditional.
Yep, for the roof. The lien release for material and labor and the company. Yeah. So it's like 3.
Yeah. So there's a lien release form that we fill out and we give to our customers at the end.
Yeah, it's available on the state board.
Yeah,
website.
CSLB has them. I mean,
it's on there. It's
nothing that's special on there. And but the one thing that with the lien is that you can lien something and it's only good for 90 days.
90 days, right? And then you have to renew it.
Or
costs $3.95 to lien somebody, by the way.
Or
$3.95.
Or you foreclose on the house.
Whoa.
You didn't know that one.
I didn't
so
know
you can
that
go
one.
into foreclosure if you got a lien. You can make them either pay you or foreclose on there. Now, I've only had to put like maybe 2 liens and all the time that I've
done 1.
Yeah. And so that one, if we wanted to go forward with it, we could have put a foreclosure or gotten.
For 10 grand.
Even for
if it was like 100 grand, all right.
Yeah, no man. I have my old partner owes me 50 grand. Gosh, you're being mentioned a lot today. I think I started off wrong this morning. I went to the gym. My battery went down. And
did you lift some weights?
Yeah, I lifted a little bit of weights.
Gain some gains? Did the gains?
We'll see what I look like in about a month. I'll probably look like the Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah, not the Mark Ruffalo dude.
You look like Michael Youngblood big.
Yeah.
My friend Michael Youngblood.
What's up, Mike?
His nickname's the Hulk. He's ripped, dude. His arms are the size of my thighs.
All right, so I got some work to do.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Hey, man, it's my first day.
Day 1. Yeah. I'm on day 4.
Yeah, biceps right now probably a good 5 inches. All right. Does a contractor work on apartments and townhouses or commercial buildings?
Oh, of course. We can. We have a general. We could work on anything.
What is the difference between working like commercial and apartments and townhouses?
You have to have a license because of liabilities insurance. So townhouses usually have an HOA, and they have rules and regulations.
$2 million liability.
Yeah, you have to have
apartments too.
Yeah, apartments too, because everything has to match. You want to get someone with a license.
Government contracts.
Same thing.
Yeah, they even ask for.
I had to get a bond for each job.
Yes.
like each job gets its own separate private bond. So.
And then one of the other bigger things is just dealing with the customer. So one is you're going into someone's apartment or someone's like, especially apartments, you got to let them know beforehand.
Yeah, that's
townhouses, you got neighbors, you got parking problems.
Yeah, parking sucks.
Yeah, and then residential opposed to commercial is two different types of kind of be. One, you've got to be more clean and you've got to have some customer service, whereas commercial, you're really not dealing with anybody, so you're just kind of empty open spaces sometimes when you're doing that, and it's usually a lot. So if you're doing residential, usually the crews are 2 to 5 people.
Yeah.
If you're doing some commercial, it's usually 5 plus.
5 plus. Yeah, an army of people.
Yeah, army of people, because you can make money on volume.
Yeah.
Whereas in residential, I feel you make money on customer service.
Customer service, yes. That's what we do.
Yeah, just staying clean, showing up every day at the same time, same people showing up. So that's what we do.
All right, what is the difference between a handyman and a contractor?
So $500 is what the state of California kind of differentiates between a handyman and a contractor worker.
Yeah, a handyman can hang an interior door, paint one bedroom, hang up some blinds, fix the garbage disposal, maybe fix some lighting, install a ceiling fan.
Yes.
But not everything.
Yeah.
They can do a couple things.
Yeah, so a lot of times they do come in, I do this, and then I do that, and and
let me remodel your bathroom.
Yes.
I've seen that.
That comes out a lot. I mean, that's where you have the friends and family. I can remodel a bathroom for you. And then if they get... The biggest thing with that is, you can't go against them on any workmanship. They don't have a contractor's license, but workman's comp. So anybody working in the state of California has to have insurance in case they fall.
Yeah.
Right. And so
a handyman's not gonna have that.
Yeah, and so if they fall at the house, your homeowner's insurance does not cover that.
And just because a contractor has a contractor's license doesn't mean they have workman's comp.
Right.
Some people have it exempt. Please look up your contractor and make sure they have workman's comp.
And vice versa.
Because they show up with their friends or their cousin to help them out that day, and that guy doesn't have workman's comp.
No.
And that guy falls.
Yeah, and then vice versa. Some handy guys, you can go and get your workman's comp.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some handy guys, they're legit.
Very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare. And then what happens with handy guys is how do you say it? The jack of all trades, and the master of none.
Yeah.
That always sounds like some type of
That's what a handyman is.
Asian karate movie. Master.
Woo!
Yeah, master of none.
Enter the chambers of the handyman.
Yeah. The handyman karate hour. So it's $500.
Yeah. After 501, you gotta hire a contractor. Please do.
Yeah.
Don't mess around.
Yeah, don't mess around. Especially with something big like that. We have a client right now. He's an attorney. He flips houses. Someone got injured on his house. That's Angel's aunt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's right now in court. Defending himself from a workers' comp case that's I think it's like $85,000 or $185,000, something to that. He's an attorney. Tried to get his liability insurance to cover. His insurance for the house to cover that, and it does not cover you. So you're going to end up paying for that. A workman's comp attorney is about $400 an hour just to get them going. We had a workman's comp case at my house from somebody that fell.
Really?
Yeah, and we had to defend ourselves. Between Michelle and I, it was like I think it was $18,000 or so in cost.
Wow.
Yeah, but what she was trying to get from us was over $100 and something thousand.
Woo!
Yeah. So.
Was it a nanny?
It was.
You said she. So I'm guessing it wasn't someone fixing the house.
Said they fell at the house, but we took them all the way, and she ended up she couldn't work for about 3 years while all this was going through.
Oh,
and,
wow.
At the end, the judge saw that she was lying.
Because you don't have cameras all over your house to prove it.
Yeah, well, it's like you could just tell she was lying.
Would you allow cameras all over your house?
Yeah,
of
course.
Walking around, eating breakfast.
Oh no! Okay, yeah, cameras are like what? If we would have had a camera, we would have shown it off.
Yeah, we have a camera now.
Yeah, nowadays everybody's on camera.
I had cameras in my house, and then Jeff took them all down.
Yeah, well, city the cities like London and all those, man, they have cameras everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a camera world. Everyone's like all trying.
Everybody man, you got a phone now.
Yeah,
everybody's filming.
Yeah, I'm sure they're watching us right now on this thing. Hi, government.
Hi, Bill Gates.
Hey, what's happening, Mr. Biden and crew? The criminal crime family.
The criminal crime family.
Yeah, the Biden crime family. Hey, right. So I think we're done with the questions.
Okay.
All right.
So when this video releases, and you subscribe to this thing, you got 24 hours to contact me. I mentioned a name today, so if I mention your name and you subscribe and you hit me up, I will personally, not the company, Renzo will open his wallet and give you $100.
Dang, you got a hundo?
You got to give me the time at which time I mentioned you. And then you have to been subscribed to the channel 24 hours after the video is released.
Can I get the hundo too? Like,
no, I didn't mention your name.
Brandon?
No, I
mentioned your name.
It's gonna be first and last.
Brandon, he told you, can you help me with that contract?
And I said that.
We got a good lunch today, baby. $100 lunch.
We'll see.
Michelob Ultras.
Hey, that's my new beer.
Yeah, which we're gonna be.
Dude, like I'm slumming now.
Oh, bro, you're gonna have to hit up the gym.
I'm going to the gym today.
All right.
I'm gonna get on that massage table.
So we're gonna see what we're gonna start doing some comparisons and see who gets more yoked it.
Is it David? Is it Renzo?
Is it David or is it Renzo? You guys gotta tune in and see how buff we get.
Who's gonna get the thick neck?
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't you get steroids for your back right now? That's not fair.
Well, no, man.
You're already taking steroids.
Yeah, no steroids for my back. I'm all clean.
All clean,
and
100%.
sober.
What? 100% sober, David? Huh?
Oh yeah, man. You know you got.
Congratulations, man.
You got to get to a certain point one time, so now it's time to get my health on.
Oh, congratulations! I'm very proud of you.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hey, we'll see you guys later.
See you guys later. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in and.